And what happened with Rittenhouse, this cannot be overlooked, is in parallel to exactly what's happened with Darrell Brooks.
What is your theory on why Tammy Baldwin and Ron Johnson are putting out a joint statement? Hey, don't politicize this. Nothing to see here. Let's just be respectful of the victims and let's don't talk about what actually happened here, who radicalized, who's responsible for radicalizing Darrell Brooks.
Well, first of all, man, doggone, what an opening, Jason. The responsibility that would fall on them is what they're afraid of. And so they don't want anybody looking in too deep because then they're going to have to be the ones responsible. Jason, we just got done dealing with the whole Rittenhouse situation. And what happened with Rittenhouse, this cannot be overlooked, is in parallel to exactly what's happened with Darrell Brooks. We have a collapse of an institution in front of us. Multiple institutions. We talked about this last time. All four institutions: family, the church, the civil magistrate, and personal individual responsibility. And so with Rittenhouse, you have the institutions collapsing so that he has to come and defend and protect the things that are valuable to him. And then with Brooks, you have the institutional collapsing so that we have a mad criminal out on the streets mowing over people and killing grandmas and aunties and children. And so what we're looking at is the absolute collapse of our God-given institutions. And they're afraid that they might be on the hook at the end of the day for some of this that's happening. You know, when you have a family, the church, the state, and the civil magistrate that collapse, you have to have somebody out there to protect your goods, right? That's what our police are there for. They weren't out there when Kenosha was burning. Right? Rittenhouse had to be out there. And then the civil magistrate that's supposed to keep guys like Brooks off of our streets failed us in such a way that now we have to have funerals. And so, of course, no one wants to talk about this because in one sense, the left is happy that these institutions are collapsing so that they can now come in and take them over and be in control of them. And these people who, that are supporting this, they don't want you to look any deeper into this because then their heads are going to be on the chopping block. Jason, we talked about this last time I was here, and we were talking about the family, church, and the state. Our families are responsible at some point for this too. Our families have to be the ones who are raising our children to be the kind of citizens that we need in our culture, right? The kind of citizens that grow up more like Kyle Rittenhouse, who want to protect us and our goods and protect people that we love. And then they also, when it starts to break down and we get guys like Darrell Brooks, the family is also the first flag that starts to warn the culture and say, hey, these kids are getting out of control. Who do I go to for help? And the first place that they go to is the church because the church reminds people how we're supposed to be. And then when the church can't handle this problem, then they need to let the people in the culture know, hey, there's a Darrell Brooks out there that since the age of 17 has had a criminal history, Jason, a massive criminal history. And when the church has done its job in warning the community and the culture, the civil magistrate is supposed to come in and say, what's happening here? We had a full collapse of all of that.